Hi everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. December the 15th, 2019 is today's date, and the Ovation of the Seas has returned to Sydney, Australia, completing her trip to New Zealand, where unfortunately a number of the passengers perished and were badly injured in the White Island volcano eruption. The mood was, of course, somber. People have been realizing the last few days coming back just how much of a story this is. The hugs at disembarkation were probably longer than usual as people met each other after the journey. But the passengers made their way off the ship and trying to return to normal life. The story has captivated the world's media, but nowhere more so than New Zealand and Australia. The media there is absolutely following every last bit of information coming out. It was a week ago today that the island erupted without warning. 47 people were on the island at the time, and a number of them were unable to escape. Some who did escape escaped with horrible burns. The tour operators did all they could right away, evacuating as many of the tourists that they could, comforting them as best as possible. Unfortunately, it was a pretty rough go. Since this eruption, emergency workers have attempted numerous times to land on the island and recover bodies. There were, I believe, 8 missing at one point. The story now is that I think 5 or 6 have been recovered, but a couple remain missing. And the helicopter teams are going in with full-blown hazmat suits, bringing back, unfortunately, only victims, no survivors there. Once these workers come back, they have to get washed off from all of the chemicals and ash and acids that are covering them. It's very dangerous for them. They have to be breathing through special tanks, 75-minute limit per person. So these are short in and out missions to try to bring deceased back, and it's a somber occasion when they do. For the survivors, it has been a terrible week, of course. The victims have had horrible burns. A number of them now have been transferred from New Zealand hospitals by air to Australia. Many of the victims are Australian, and so these health teams are working diligently to stabilize these patients, get them well enough to be able to transport them to Australia, where unfortunately they will undergo many surgeries for weeks and perhaps months to come as they hopefully will all recover. There have been some fatalities in hospitals where the injuries are just so much they cannot overcome. Despite all the power in the world, sometimes it's just not enough to save people. Very unfortunate story. There are heroes amongst us, including divers. There are divers now in the waters attempting to recover at least 2 bodies that are still unaccounted for. These gentlemen are diving in some of the most dangerous waters you can imagine. Acidic, toxic water, limited visibility. It is really, really tough. There are people still waiting final word on their loved ones, and the emotions in Australia and New Zealand are absolutely overpowering. Sorry to bring these stories to you, but it's what I have to do. The ship, like I said, Ovation of the Seas, has completed her voyage back to Sydney, and people are reunited with their friends and loved ones. The ship will continue on its next journey now into the New Caledonia area. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and giving my videos thumbs ups if you appreciate the work. I appreciate it very much. I will talk to you again. Bye for now.